like rocket fuel.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Here we go. 90. Wolf. Get him. Get him. Get him. Hey, he's checking. Crash. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch the safety creep. Check. Pick the edge. Come. Ready.
There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Turn off. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
2nd and 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Room to run past midfield. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
29 is the Mike.
Now Martinez. Back to the air on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland, he's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big play there on the option. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McFarland, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
S-T-R-O. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, when I drop, look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries, competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side, ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired, you will never know, you ain't never tried, work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long.
Chase W's, yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
San Hunt, 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, D. Patch it.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Martinez. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it'll be second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Watch the whip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Right, 54. Switch up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss? Gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Martinez looking to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Martinez now from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, McFarland fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Set, put, get the flag.
10-0 the score after 1. On EA Sports.
Dolphins, nothing.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the catch made by Hilton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Quadri Olison, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've got, and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On second down, McFarland. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Bridgewater now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 29 is Mike 29. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Martinez. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Martinez, operating from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
From the 17, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way. This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the carry, it's Boone. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Bridgewater. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And an alley to run. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 29, Bridgewater going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Martinez on first down. He's going to look deep for more, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Going deep for Hupp, and this is taken in at the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 3-yard line.
Ready. 10 Tucson. 49. Get this one. Spot. Ready.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater looking deep for Hilton. And the defense loses him. It's complete. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, Martinez. A dump underneath to Jones. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
this is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Dolphins. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Ready.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Let's go.
He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll come out in the pistol. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Martinez throwing on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know,
and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 20. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
To throw, Bridgewater. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
29 is the Mike.
Operating from the gun, Martinez. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Mike 29. Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
Martinez now to throw again. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd and 3. Complete. Smith has it. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
Watch it, 3. Watch it, 3. 22-10 bomber. 22-10 bomber.
First down, Dolphins.
Mike 29.
To throw is Martinez. Throwing on 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 21 yards away. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Keep doing that.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, check right, check right. Watch it, ready.
2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
55. Right there in the middle.
Here's Martinez operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland, space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Osml now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. From the 39, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater now. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On the ready. Mike 29. Check that out. Two, fellas, let's go. Mike 29. Yo. Yo. Tight dog.
Now Martinez on 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready. 54. 50 Pittsburgh. 54 Mike. Watch the screen.
Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Okay, break. 55. Check, 55. Alpha. You ain't doing nothing today. Twist.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep, and this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Now Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. 3rd down here.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 30. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And a short gain here down to the 22. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go into this type of a situation, late game situation.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there in the final minute as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. But now it'll be third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Big stop. Let's go.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Push him back. 58, boys, 58.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Results in a 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperate. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike, fall forward. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Miami, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-.